Welcome to the second episode of the Today I Played podcast, where you will always, and I mean always, get more than just a tip. I'm Senpai Shiba, and today we'll be discussing mainly one thing: the mother effing Game Awards. The Game Awards just finished, and it's kind of what we all expected. Let's be honest. The big winner is Baldur's Gate 3. We knew what it was. The talk of the town, the talk of the past 6 months, really, was Baldur's Gate 3. If you thought it was something else, I'm sorry. You probably disappointed right now, but if you was keeping up with gaming for the most part, you know that it was Baldur's Gate 3. But that's besides the point. We're going to get to that in a second. Today, or at least the past couple of days, but mostly today, I've been playing, actually, Fortnite. Fortnite, I used to be a Fortnite hater, I'm not going to lie. Fortnite used to be one of those games that I was like, I would love to love that game, because it has basically, it's like a sandbox or a toy box full of all the stuff that you love, and they all together just mess with each other and shoot each other. But I wasn't really into battle royales. I'm still not really, but I jump in now and I come back from time to time and I enjoy the hell out of it, because there's so much you can do in Fortnite. So much. Like, right now they have a freaking Lego event. I mean, not an event, a new Lego mode that's just like a survival mode. Rocket League is coming here. Like, it's crazy how much this game just changes over the span of a few months every single time. And you come back and you're just amazed at what's here. But yeah, that's what I've been playing mostly. It's like an addiction, like crack. Once you get one sniff of it, man, you're addicted for a long time. But anywho, the Game Awards 2023 just happened, and it was great. It was good. It was, in my opinion, it was a bit too long. It was like 3 hours. It was too long, and then they rushed through a lot of the nominations. It was weird. Like, Game Awards is not focused on the awards anymore. It's focused on the announcements, which I get. I was more excited for announcements anyway. It's basically the new E3 of the year. Like, since E3 is basically dead, we need a new E3, and Game Awards is the only thing that's like giving us that experience. But yeah, I feel like they should have took more time with the nominations, but it is like they did 5 of them back to back and just got them out the way. And you're like, wait, those people probably wanted some recognition. But it don't matter. It don't matter. We know what we're here for. We know what we are here for. It's these game announcements and who was going to win Game of the Year. And I said earlier, Game of the Year went to Baldur's Gate 3 by Larian Studios. Well deserved, in my opinion. You can't keep up that much conversation and hype for the past half a year without being somewhat great. Like, and it shows. Like, it pretty much like slaughtered almost every category. Like, Game of the Year, Player's Choice, like, it won that. Multiplayer game, community support, like, it cleaned up. I believe it won best voice acting. Like, it's crazy. 6 awards in all total, I believe. And seeing this happen, I was watching most people's reaction to it. There are a lot of people who was hoping that Spider-Man got it. A lot of people hoping, that Zelda would have got it. But I think you would be lying to yourself if you assumed anything else. Like, maybe you're just not into those games and you think they're boring. I get it. It's a different type of game for a lot of people that they don't want to really jump into. But you heard the noise. You had to hear the noise. Like, they were loud and vocal and proud. And that's all I heard for a long time. But yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 cleaned up. And that was the most surprising thing. Because that was the least surprising thing out of everything. Like, everyone knew Baldur's Gate 3 was going to win. It was like no surprise. Everybody was just waiting to hear the name Baldur's Gate 3 at the end. But the most surprising thing to me was how much Alan Wake won. Alan Wake won a decent amount of stuff. It won art direction. It won studio and game direction. It won narrative. And that's it that I'm seeing for right now. Yeah, like, hey, like it came in second place. If that's a second place in the running, technically it would be Alan Wake. Alan Wake was cleaning up in these categories as well, and it snubbed a lot of other people, which is like why Spider-Man ended up with nothing, and Zelda ended up with one. I think everybody knew Resident Evil 4 wasn't gonna get anything. I knew that, even though it's probably like my second favorite game of the year, maybe first. And you know, Baldur's Gate 3, it just shushed the crowd and made everybody they bitch this year. And it's cool. Like, we need those games sometimes. We need those games, especially in a year. This year was crazy good, and it was still able to shush the crowd and make everybody shut the fuck up and like look at this game and look at how great it is. I don't know, man. It shows how great it is. Like, this year was full of great games. Full of every single month, almost every other week, you had something good announcing something good to play. But I digress. I was so shocked to see Alan Wake 2 up there. I was happy for it. But then I was also sad because I know Spider-Man 2 was such an amazing game as well. You know, we'll talk about that in a second. But the Game Awards, my opinion of it, I think it was too long. 3 hours is a lot of meat. He was letting the wrong people continue talking, and some people had to get the fuck off the stage real fast. They played the Grammy music when your speech getting too long, and they was rushing people off the stage, but then they let Hideo Kojima and Jordan Peele come on stage and just ramble. I feel like the people who won should get more time than, you know, the random people showing off their new games. But I don't know. Maybe it's an award show. You want the people to hear their speeches. Because, you know, when you win an award, they got speeches and you want to hear what they got to say. Instead of just starting playing loud as music, orchestra music in the background. But anyway, all in all, it was a cool show. When it came to the awards, it was cool. There was nobody jumping up on the stage trying to attack nobody, talking about Bill Clinton, shit like that. Nobody did that. They had better security this year. W. Jeff, he finally got security together. And all in all, we saw a lot of good stuff, and it wasn't as cringy as like some of the other years. It wasn't a lot of bullshit like that. So I fuck with it. It was a couple cringy moments, but you can't help it when people just be cringy when they talk. You can't help that. With the game announcements, oh boy, they announced a lot of stuff. I cannot lie. We're gonna go from top to bottom with what I like. I'm not going over everything because there's a lot of bull stuff that I don't like either. But there was some stuff that I was like, I like that. I like that. I'm interested in that. Brothers: A Tale of Two Souls remake. This came out of nowhere. Like, I was not expecting him to remake one of his games. The dude created Brothers and like It Takes Two. He seems like the type of person who was like constantly pushing forward to like create something new, fresh, and like, you know, get his stories out there about across the wall. But I don't know, it looked visually better. I know the story, so it's sad to see like some of these moments. But it's coming out soon, so you know it's probably going to be an easy cash in for him and EA. So it's probably why they did it. The Inscription developer has a new game called Pony Island 2 Panda Circus. It looks batshit crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Inscription was batshit crazy, but this also is batshit crazy. I was watching, it's like, what is going on? I saw my man's, I forgot his name, the Asian dude, Pro HD, I forgot his name, but he's like a popular like voice actor and you know, comedian on YouTube. And yeah, he's in it doing random stuff. So I'm like, okay. It has like many different art styles. It goes from 3D to 2D, like turn-based. It's a lot of wild shit happening in this. It's called a circus for a reason, I guess. But you know, I'm interested in that because, you know, indie games and the Inscription developer deserves a chance. Because that game is amazing. Some publishers and developers deserve your chance no matter what because they put out such good content. He's one of them. The Dead Cells devs announced a new game called Windblown. It looks like another roguelike, but it looks like it's co-op. I would hope that it's co-op because it looks like a Hades co-op game. And I love me some Hades. And Hades 2 can't come here no time soon, so we might as well get some other shit out here, you know? It's called Windblown, and I am interested in that. It had a little animated art style that looked kind of unique. But we don't know much about that. It was mostly animated stuff, and half of it was gameplay spiced into it. So we'll see. A lot of blood though. A lot of freaking blood. Then we have from Atlas, they showed off Metaphor. I'm not gonna even say that word because I'm gonna mess it up. But it's called Metaphor. And they showed this off last year. I forgot when, the Gamescom, I think. This game, I'm interested. The art style looks fantastic. Atlas has nailed the art style, in my opinion, for RPGs that nobody can come close to. They're so stylistic when it comes to their menus, text, like all of that stuff, like camera angles and stuff. Like they nailed that so much every single time. This game is a brand new IP, so I can't really go into it with like a, I know how it's gonna feel type thing. I saw elements of like Persona Strikers and like elements of Persona games in general, but I saw him running around attacking stuff like Persona Strikers. So I like Persona Strikers. I don't know if a lot of people did, but I liked it in general. It was cool, and I don't know if that's gonna be the permanent gameplay because it might be turn based as well. This game is weird. Like it has a lot of elements in it as well, but it's gorgeous. Stunning character design, stunning world design. The scale of everything looks amazing. It's an Atlas game. They rarely miss. I'm here for it. Another sneaky reveal that caught me off fucking guard. God of War Ragnarok free DLC revealed. It's called Valhalla. And it's a roguelike, kind of like the Last of Us one. Last of Us got an upgrade coming. Last of Us 2 DLC. And they both roguelikes. I fuck with it. I'm a big roguelike nigga. Like I love roguelike games so much. My favorite games are Hades, Dead Cells, even Rogue Legacy. I love roguelikes. And getting that in a God of War game sounds crazy. I'm hoping, because they said this also is going to be an epilogue for the end of the original game. And I'm hoping we get a little bit more closure with Kratos, because we see him saying, I'm not going to spoil it, but we see his moments towards the end. And I hope we get more of a closure for him, or maybe even a leeway to another game. I would like that too. But all in all, God of War Ragnarok was fantastic. It was my personal game of the year last year. I know Elden Ring, yeah, I get it. Elden Ring was my number 2. But I love God of War so much. So much. Personally, since a child. And it was my favorite game of the year. And getting more of that, because I love the combat. The combat was fast paced and brutal as fuck as well. So yeah, give me a roguelike. I'll die over and over again for you, Kratos. I'll die over and over again for you. Oh, Xbox had a big showing this year. Like they was in here showing off. They put their foot on the ground and let you know they here. Like they ain't playing no more games no more. Ninja Theory showed off another trailer for Hellblade 2. And it still looks gorgeous, cannot lie. It looks bloody and brutal and gruesome. Everything you want. It looks demonic. So if you're not fucking with that, you might not be into that. But all in all, it's coming out next year, 2024. Xbox got a hell of a year coming up. Like, so many good games coming to Game Pass. I just hope, the speculation about them, needing to meet certain marks, or they're gonna start shutting down stuff is not a real thing, because that'll be a problem. But all in all, they're on the right path to knock some of this stuff out and put their foot on people's necks, because PlayStation been real cocky over these past couple years, and they need some type of competition, because they're not paying attention to Nintendo, even though Nintendo was killing both of these niggas. They're not paying attention to them. So Xbox needs to come out, and they came out strong. They showed off some shit. We're gonna get to some more later. The Ori team. If you haven't played Ori and the Blind Forest, you're missing out. But they revealed a new game called No Rest for the Wicked. The art style looks crazy good. Like I love Ori because it has a unique art style, and they have another unique style with this game as well. I don't know how they keep doing it, but they keep fucking doing it. Another developer where you like, They made great games, so I know I can trust them with just letting them cook, and I will take it and I will devour it, no questions asked. I'm interested in it. It's a hack and slash, like over the top looking game. I'm fucking with it, and I am down to see more. So down for that. Sega popped out of nowhere with one trailer and announced 5 new games. Sega is tripping. I don't know. Sega is tripping, but I'm so here for it. They showed in that one trailer. Let me tell you how excited I was to see some of this stuff. The return of Jet Set Radio, my nigga. Jet Set Radio is back. Even though we have the indie game, we can get more. 2 bad bitches could be in the same room together. We can have both bad bitches in the room communicating. It's fine. It's fine. We'll take both. Shinobi is a classic game. Not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people played it. But if it can be as good as, say, like the Strider remake that came out a long time ago on PS4, early PS4, that Strider game was so good. I'm mad that they get a lot of love. But if it can be as good as that, oh my god. A new Golden Axe. Now this is one where I'm like, I have no clue what the hell, if it's gonna be good or not. Like, ever since the first one, I only like the first Golden Axe. After that one, none of the other Golden Axe were like good to me. So I have no clue what they're gonna do with this, or if it's gonna be like, you know, a remake like Resident Evil 4, where it's like we changing a lot of bullshit. So I don't know. We'll see about that. They're also doing Streets of Rage. If that soundtrack don't pop, I don't want it. Streets of Rage 4 soundtrack popped, did a good job. You going back now, and you probably going for a different sound now. If I can go back and look at it, it looks like they're going for a unique style this time, right? I'm looking at it now. I see Jet Set Radio. Yeah, it looks 3D. Yeah, 3D. I thought it was Power Stone. That was Streets of Rage. That's crazy. Yeah, 3D like environment, Streets of Rage is crazy. And then a third person character adventure, Golden Axe, also looks crazy. I don't know if that will be good or not. We will see about that. But all in all, we got that. And then the last game they announced is Crazy Taxi, my guy. We need more arcadey fun games. I'm tired. I am tired of all these realistic games. Like, what happened to fun? Like, what happened to just like arcadey fun? I'm not asking like, you know, the old school, like put a coin in a machine type shit, but just like something that's lighthearted, something that's like not really like meant for you to dive deep into and learn about the politics of the world. I don't need to do that every single time. I don't. I don't need to be like a sweaty person either. I'm tired of sweating in these games too. So if you can get more games like this, like they announced 5 games where you don't have to be like the sweatiest person in the room. You can just play these games and chill. And man, it might be the year of Sega. We don't know when they're coming out though, unfortunately. But it might be the year of Sega. Then we have Dragon Ball Tenkaichi 4 been announced under a new name, which is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. I believe in Japan, Tenkaichi was called it's Sparking in Japan. So they just said, forget it. It's sparking over here as well. And yeah, the animation looks great. What more can I say? It's going to be a Dragon Ball fighting game. Hopefully the story in the game is going to be on point. And hopefully it's not just fucking the same old anime fighting game stuff. Tenkaichi had a deep combat system. Cool moments, a lot of cool moments where you can clash. It was just a lot of cool stuff that Tenkaichi had that a lot of these new anime games do not have. Don't fuck this up, because anime games have been lacking. I'm looking at you, Naruto Connections. Jesus. Then we have Rise of the Ronin getting a release date, and it's about time this game got shown up. I remember it got shown off a while ago. It definitely got shown off a while ago. I'm down for any samurai game, any ninja game, anything you want to give me. You hear me? So they saw this. Once I saw this game, I'm like, so don't show no more. I'm sold. It comes out, I believe that said March 22nd of next year. Coming in that first quarter, you know, you gotta make that money. You gotta beat that time period. But well, it's Neo developers making a samurai game, and what more do you want? You're gonna be slicing niggas up, dashing through niggas. Hey, I need it. Like, you don't really play like Ninja Team Ninja games for like plot, if you get what I'm saying. You play them for the gameplay and the action combat. So like, yeah, Rise of the Ronin coming out soon, and it's another banger on the way. We still got the bangers rolling out. We didn't slow down. We slowed down a little bit, but not that much. Then we have Kojima coming back, and Jeff Keighley just gets the get the stuff in his mouth with balls. You know what I'm saying? Bowing down, licking his feet. Let me stop it. But Kojima came out and announced OD, an Xbox exclusive game, and it's a horror game. And he partnered with Jordan Peele. Yes, the director Jordan Peele. Those two weird motherfuckers coming together to make a horror game sounds interesting as fuck. But they keep going about with this like cinematic experience game type I'm like, don't do too much, because we got like Silent Hill, what the fuck is called? That's like a TV show that airs every day. It's like, I don't want that. Just make a fucking game. Please, a regular game. I understand you're creatives and you both like to break outside the mold and do something unique. Just make a horror game. Please. Somebody please help Kojima focus. Because he will just not focus and just throw shit at a wall, and we would get something ridiculous, but it would still be entertaining. So I love Death Stranding, but man, some of the moments you be like, where are you taking me? Where are we going with this? But all in all, it was just an announcement of the project. He even came out of a door that was very similar. It was a very similar thing to the PT door, the basement door. But, you know, there was a little cheeky thing they did, which is kind of funny because PT was a PlayStation thing and it's an Xbox exclusive. Ha 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 ha. But all in all, there was no real gameplay. It was just like facial animations. So we don't know what the fuck this game is actually gonna be. But exciting announcement. Excited for Xbox. They coming out with heat after heat after heat, and it's still not over yet. They still have more. So Hideo, for me personally, doesn't miss. I know for a lot of people, Death Stranding was a miss, but not for me. So, you know, I'm still gonna be here. I'm still gonna probably eat it up, and, you know, I guess I'm be glazing with Jeff, I guess. Motherfucking Black Myth Wukong finally showed off something substantial with a freaking date. That's the tough part about it. The date part is what we all been waiting for. I forget how many years it's been since we first saw this game, but it's finally coming out August 20th, 2024. Half a year from now, a little bit over half a year from now, we'll be playing this fucking game. It's not a fake game. It exists. It looks good. Not as good as we first saw it. Of course, they downgraded the graphics. You got to, if you actually want to make the game a real thing. But man, so excited for the game. I want to be some Wukong beating up these big boys. You know what I'm saying? It's really great because I believe Wukong was like, for me personally, when I was watching the game landscape, it was one of the first, like, I believe it's a Chinese game. I don't want to get that wrong. But it's one of the Chinese games I believe that was like the kickstart to like a whole bunch of Chinese games get announced like back to back to back. And we're good because like some of them bitches look fire. So, and we finally get a release date. Now if we only get Lost Soul Aside date. Lost Soul Aside been in development since I was in high school. So maybe we'll get a date from that, Sony. Who knows? They showed off on a Suicide Squad trailer. I fucked that word up. A Suicide Squad trailer. Now, I have thoughts on Suicide Squad. Suicide Squad, when I first, way back in the day, when they first announced Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad back to back, I was like, nigga, the Batman universe finna be lit, nigga. How can you fuck this up? Well, they fucked up Gotham Knights. That game is just mid as fuck, slow as fuck to play. Nothing feel as good as the Arkham series did, which is unfortunate. Then we have this, and we like, all right, it's Rocksteady. They can't mess this up. And then everybody's just looter shooter, live service, battle pass having motherfucking game. And you're like, because you can see the core, you can see the love and creativity in it. You see the Kevin Conroy's like last performance and stuff like that. So you can tell like there's care into this story and care into this world, which I think this world, because I think they were in development of a Superman game, because that's why it's in Metropolis and they just turned this world into, a Suicide Squad game. But anyway, you can see the love and care, but it's just, I think WB has their big greedy hands in this bitch again, and the microtransactions is just probably gonna ruin this game for me. I'm not gonna lie, I was highly interested in it, and now my interest has waned to the point where I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna even buy it. So that's unfortunate, and it's coming out in February, and it still looks the same as when we saw it last time, to be honest. So we'll see, but I don't want to be a negative Nancy, but that game, it's going to be riddled with fuck shit. And not like gameplay fuck shit, because I think the gameplay is going to be solid, but everything outside of it is just going to be riddled with fuck shit and going to be nasty. Don't Nod announces the people who did, I believe, Life is Strange, Lost Records, Bloom and Rage. Nah, I'm down for any type of like narrative experience like Life is Strange and like Until Dawn and stuff like that. So if this is another one of them, which I think it is, it looked like an interesting premise. They was in the woods and they found something in the woods. Then 20 years later, they like, we probably weren't gonna talk about this. It looked interesting as fuck. I want to see more, or I guess I don't want to see more because the narrative game. Just give me a date and I'll be there. You know what I'm saying? Next, we have this unique looking art style game that's like brutal as fuck called The First Berserker Kazan. And that game, man, the combat looked crazy good for hack and slashing. It looked dark and brutal. Kind of remind me of the Dark Souls-y / like Berserk mixed together art style and world type shit. Like, everything just looks dark and gloomy. There looks like there's no hope in this universe whatsoever, and I love it. So like, yeah, this game is on my radar now. It won't leave either, because I'm a big fan of Souls games. Any type of Souls game looks great, and when you're very stylish, you get bonus points. many bonus points. It's hard to create a unique art style like that. But the art style looks so good. I don't even know how to describe it. It reminds me of like Darkest Dungeon, like the dark lines and stuff, like how everything just looks dreary and mad, disgusting, and sad. That's how that looks, but in 3D. Perfect example. So yeah, the first Berserker Kazan looks amazing. It's coming to Steam, PS5, and Xbox. We have no date, but ready for that. Quick ones. Final Fantasy Rebirth got their theme song revealed. Cool. I'm ready for Rebirth anyway. I was gonna play it anyway. And they're also having a collaboration with Apex. Final Fantasy is having a collaboration with Apex, and I'm like, how did that happen? how did this mix up happen? Like, yeah, because Final Fantasy 15 had a collab with Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed before. So like, it's not like they're not gonna collab with other people in the first place, but it was just random. Like, like I wasn't expecting that at all. Like, they even got their own unique art style for Apex as well, in the Final Fantasy art style. So that's neat. But I don't know. I just need that game to come out. I'm ready for it. My body's ready, and Then for me, the big daddy of them all, Arcane Studios, the people who brought you Dishonored, Deathloop, and Redfall, is making a Blade game for Xbox exclusively. Fire. They finally got them a good Marvel game character to have to call their own. It's Blade. He's in Paris. Gonna be slicing boys up. It's a third person action game as well, not first person. So we get to see the drip, how clean he look. He looks so clean too. He like got a little flair to him, you know what I'm saying? He not just like this stoic character. No, he got some charisma on the mug. So I'm happy to see that. Blade has been a staple in the black community for a long time. I'm not gonna lie. Blade brought back Marvel, and it also helped like black people be nerdy at that time. So like you never hear any bad things about me about Blade. Hopefully they nail it. I believe in Arcane for the most part. I know they had a misstep with Redfall, but they didn't even want to put that game out. So like it ain't their fault, I guess. But we gonna act like that. Redfall didn't happen. Let bygones be bygones. And now we got Blade to look forward to, Wolverine to look forward to. 2 mature games, because they said Blade's gonna be a mature game. It better be if he's slicing up vampires, and sucking on blood. But yeah, motherfucking Blade's getting a video game, bruh. A good one, not that shitty PS1 one. And it's on his 50th anniversary. I didn't know that. It was the 50th anniversary of Blade. So that's fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. A new Cyberpunk game also got announced called Last Sentinel. No gameplay at all, but it just gave the vibe of what the world's going on. It looked crazy good with the androids being head smashed, like a girl walking in with a cool ass helmet, boy doing combos and shit. It's just a simple CGI trailer, but the vibe, I'm fucking with it. It's a nice vibe. And then I would say the last big announcement was Capcom announced the next monster in the game called Monster Hunter Wilds. Boy, what an announcement. I know people was probably feeling lackluster. Like, oh man, this Monster Hunter's less than nothing. What's that? No, Monster Hunter is big as fuck, man. Like, I don't think people understand how popular that game is. I know people wanted something like, I don't know, more Western or something like the big boy name. But even then, I feel like this is like a step below that, depending on how much you like it and how much you know about it, because sale-wise, it sold a fuck ton. So I feel like that slot is worthy of it. But all in all, I like Monster Hunter World. If it's more like Monster Hunter World, I'm fucking with it. It looks like there's a lot of monsters in the wild now. Like a lot of them just fighting each other all the time. I need that. I feel like my problems with Monster Hunter were like the worlds that the areas that you're in seem kind of dead for a Monster Hunter type game. You feel like there'd be a ton of monsters, but I guess that's like a territory type thing. I don't want to get into it, but this game seems to like it's trying to nail like its monsters. It's hella monsters out here, running in packs as well. So all in all, that was the last big announcement, and I can say they announced some good shit for me. Like Blade, boy. Blade, I'm down with Monster Hunter, the Cyberpunk game. Yeah, it was just some good shit announced. Some new IPs as well. Gotta love new IPs. New IPs need more love. More love. Like, of course, everybody wants a good sequel of one of your favorite games, but niggas gotta give these new IPs a chance. That's why we always get shitty fucking sequels all the fucking time, because niggas don't want to give new IPs a chance. And we got a few of them this year, and we're gonna get more next year. So all in all, I will rate this conference. I said conference like it's a fucking E3 conference. I would rate this award show solid 7.5. Personally for me, I took off a point because like it dragged. I feel like them 3 hours was too much. Like, and I feel like they're getting longer and longer. I don't know, like, I'm just sitting here thinking about how long that show was. But yeah, 7.5, really decent show, really good show. Excited to see what the 10th anniversary of the Game Awards will be next year. and what will be announced, because around that time, like what, GTA will probably be talking more, GTA 6. I don't know. I don't even know what to expect. Sony better have some shit. I know that much. Next year, Sony better get to talk about these games that people making, because they've been radio silent by a lot of these developers. A lot of these developers have been making games for a long time, and they haven't said shit. I mean, they haven't said a goddamn thing. So like, that's why in this award show, Xbox releases stumped on their ass. Like, you can't be, they showed out in this bitch. So, you know, I'm excited to see what next year holds. It's probably gonna be really, really fucking good. Now, speaking of GTA 6, the GTA 6 trailer dropped a couple days ago. Now, I have opinions on Rockstar's current, state and how they became worse because of how much money they made. They're the most successful failure in my opinion, but GTA 6 trailer looks good. I was gonna make a video nitpicking some of, the marketing stuff and like, why didn't they wait? But man, that trailer looks so good. I didn't even want to do it no more. Oh my God, bro. They are nailing the Vice City, Miami, Florida, whatever you want to do, call it. They're nailing Florida. The vibe, the colors, the people, they're nailing it. Especially if you want to talk about it from like a stereotypical way, because it's a satire game. GTA is a satire game. People need to remember that. It's not based on real life. It is satire. But, they're nailing the hillbillies. They're nailing the black people, the hood, the strips, the strip malls, the clubs, all that stuff. And this is our very first female protagonist. She looked good too, you know what I'm saying? She got the little thing on her too, you know what I'm saying? She got a man, who cares? She's a white boy, but she got a little, you know what I'm saying? I think her name Lucille or something like that. Lucia, I think. Man, if I could only play as her, I ain't gotta switch to bro. That'll be the best way to play that game. I also, hear me out when I say this. On our characters, we better be able to get BBLs. If we're gonna be in Miami, Florida, you know what I'm saying? That's the BBL capital. That's the BBL capital of the world. You know what I'm saying? We better be able to get BBLs. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, it's the standard GTA Rockstar trailer that you expect. You show the city off with a rock track in the background. You getting voice acted from the main characters. You get to see some of the social sides of the world, some of the violence, the crimes you're gonna be doing, etc. You get a hint at a story, and then it ends. It's like always like a 1 minute 30 second trailer. So you could probably match up the first GTA 5 trailer and 6 trailer, and they'd probably go beat for beat. But it's their style. It's the Rockstar unique style. I get it, but I just know that now that the trailer came out, we finna be waiting like almost a year until we see something else. And that's my kind of issue with Rockstar now. They're still doing things a bit outdated, in my opinion. It's GTA, so they can do whatever the fuck they want to. They could throw that bitch out on a random Sunday and be like, yo, it's out, go buy it, and it'll just sell tens of millions. Don't get me wrong. I just want them to get with the times a little bit. And I hope that their mission structure has upgraded. Because I know a long time ago, I did not fuck with some of the design choices of GTA 5 missions and Red Dead 2 missions, to be honest. They're very strict. I remember back in the day, Jakey talked about this too. Back in the day, you can do a whole bunch of stuff in GTA missions. Like you can win the mission through various ways, not just follow the direct orders, the direct objective. No, you can succeed in tons of different ways. Like if somebody say kill his man, you can just go get a bomb from somewhere and plant a bomb in his car, and then he gets in the car and he blows up by himself type stuff. There's plenty of stuff you could have did back in the day. But now it's if you go 5 feet away from the objective, you went too far, you feel. So it's come on. You get the polish, but you lose some of the freedom, I guess. But not to be a negative Nancy, we're gonna get past that. GTA 6 looks fantastic. It looks very populated, so it's gonna be a very dense game. The only sour note would be like it's not gonna be coming out on PC at the same time. They keep doing this shit. I know when the PC version comes out, it's gonna be the best version. We all understand that. But golly, stop treating the PC players like secondhand citizens, bro. It's crazy. Like, I know they probably like, it's probably got something to do with like the modding community or something. It has to. Cause like they keep doing this shit every single time. I don't get it. What would be the reason to delay it on PC from console? I don't know. I'm stumped. I don't know. But I'm excited to see my thick girl running around. Oh, speaking of thick, there was so much ass in that trailer. So much ass shaking and like random like twerking. Who they get the mocap that? Let me know her at. Let me know her at. Who that girl was on the top of that car twerking like that? Who did that in the studio? With them, who did that? Who had the little black suit on with them dots, T-posing, and then started shaking ass? Who did that? Let me know about that. But all in all, at the end of the day, GTA 6 is gonna sell well. Rockstar doesn't make horrible games. They never do. So even though I have personal issues with Red Dead 2, it was still a great game. Even though I have issues with GTA 5, it's still a great game. So like, we finna get another one. I cannot lie. It's hard to say that they're gonna miss when they're so consistent with their game development. So consistent. There are now releases, they suck at that now. They release like one game a decade. This was a cool little week of just straight gaming news, gaming announcements, just leaks. Because GTA stuff still getting leaked for some reason. Somebody gonna end up missing. Let's go back. I want to talk about who do I think got snubbed at the Game Awards. Now, listen here. Spider-Man should have won over Zelda for, I believe it was an action adventure game. It should have been Zelda. I'm sorry. That Zelda game is not better than Spider-Man 2. Personally, don't attack me. Personally, I feel like that Zelda game for me is more like they're both like derivatives. Like they're both just like, you know, a sequel and not much change except like, you know, certain mechanics, stuff like that. But the enjoyment I got from Spider-Man, I didn't really get a new enjoyment from Zelda. The building stuff was fine, but after a while it became just like, if I'm not doing it creative like the people that did the stuff on TikTok, I'm just trying to make a plank with a wheel on it and trying to get by, you know? And I guess it's on me for not being as creative, but like, I don't know. I just like, I don't want to play a sandbox Zelda game. Like I really don't. Like, sandbox games are like cool if their main focus was to be a sandbox game. But Zelda supposed to have like a plot and like adventures and stuff like that. And this whole mechanic makes it feel like it should be more sandboxy, and you should be like, you know, configuring stuff in the open, and like, you know, building new stuff and saving like, you know, your blueprints, stuff like that. I just want to get equipment and kill Ganon. I just want to throw a boomerang and shoot an arrow and kill Ganon. But you know, that's just me. Not to rant no much. But I don't know, the categories that Spider-Man were in were tough. Same thing with Zelda. It was tough categories. And the ones they probably could have won, Alan Wake snatched up. And the last one that they both could have won, Zelda won. So it's not really a snub, I guess. It's more of like, just shows how great this year of gaming was. That Spider-Man 2 left with nothing. And it's one of the top 10 games of the year. Crazy, right? Same thing Resident Evil 4. Left with nothing. You know? But we all saw it coming. Especially the critics were in love with Baldur's Gate, and they were in love with Alan Wake 2. So we all saw it coming at the Golden Joystick Awards. But it's just sad to see, you know. Sometimes, you know, you gotta stick with nominations. Like, even at the Grammys, sometimes you don't win it, and you just gotta walk away like, really, I guess this is fine. He deserved it as well, type shit. But getting snubbed, I don't know, bruh. I would argue that it's not a snub. Baldur's Gate 3 is just so dominant, and Alan Wake is a sneaky bastard that snuck in and just won niggas' hearts at the end, towards the end of the year. Cause Baldur's Gate was way close to the end of the year than Spider-Man, right? Came out like 3 more weeks afterwards. So it's probably still on a lot of people's mind, and these are all the excuses. At the end of the day, the better games usually win. That's usually how it goes. People might say, but Last of Us 2 win, and who cares? Last of Us 2 was like, probably the better game at that time. Same thing happened here. Spider-Man 2. They fucked my boy Miles over. Fucked my boy Peter over. Was there anything else snubbed that I could say? Cause like a lot of stuff got nominated, right? Let's go through this together as a family. As a family. Game of the year, we knew what it was. Game directions, I think Alan Wake 2 snuck in and took this. It could have went to Baldur's Gate 3 again, or Spider-Man, or Zelda. But snuck in and took that. Best narrative. This is a hard like these. Look at these categories. It's Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate 3, Cyberpunk 2077, Final Fantasy 16, and Spider-Man 2. That category is stacked with great stories. You can't. It's just a tough year to be a Spider-Man game. Best performance, like Yuri Lowenthal did an amazing job as Peter, but I've heard Neil voice lines from Baldur's Gate 3, and he does a stellar job as well. So even Ben Starr got snubbed. Ben Starr did an amazing job as in Final Fantasy 16 as Clive. Cameron Monaghan in Star Wars, like it's a tough year, but a great year for us. Like they might have got snubbed, but look at all these good games that they got snubbed by. Like you can't really complain when you get snubbed by another great game. Another bad bitch walks in the room. Now it's 2 bad bitches next to you. You gonna be mad there's 2 bad bitches in the room with you? You got 2 bad bitches now. What you mad for? But they probably having a little fight between themselves. But you happy? You happy sitting between 2 bad bitches? You know what I'm saying? So all in all, the snub talk needs to just get out of there. Niggas just salty because Spider-Man didn't win anything. It's fine. You'll get over it. You'll get over it. That's pretty much the end of it. You'll get over it. But yeah, this is one of the best years in gaming. I'm going to say top 3. I'm going to lock that. I'm going to go back and we're going to go over like the game of the years that they get it right. Because some of them years they probably didn't get it right. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to go over that. I think Dragon Age Inquisition deserves that year. I forget what came out that year. But Dragon Age Inquisition, looking back, is not that great to be game of the year. But we're going to see. Because some of these years was weak as hell. And some of these games just like snuck out and won. So we're going to go back and look at, did they get those games right? We're going to go talk about the best years in gaming. And I think one year, I think it's 2013 is a year that people talk about a lot. I think that's Skyrim. I want to say the Skyrim. I'm going to double check that real quick. 2013 games. Oh, that's The Last of Us, GTA 5, BioShock. That's a good ass year. That's a good ass year. But I think the year I'm talking about is 2011. Yeah, Skyrim, Uncharted 3, Skyward Sword, Arkham City, Portal 2. Yeah, this would be my second runner-up year for like an amazing year in gaming. Like Minecraft came crazy, or Witcher 2. Boy. An amazing year. So 2011 will be my year. We're going to go through this though. Next podcast. I hope you enjoyed yourself. This is fun. I enjoy. I need more time to just rant and ramble about the things I love, which is video games. So shout out to whoever made it this far. And the Game Awards were good. The GTA trailer looks fantastic. And I've been Senpai Shiba. And you just got a tip. A big tip. I'm out.